Hello students. So now I'm taking the part 2 of the sum selected problem of continuity. Part 1 already I have given you. Okay, who have not seen, you can just go on my channel and you can see the part 1. There I have taken the 3 problems of continuity. Those problems are very good problems. Now I'm taking this part 2. So I'm starting with the problem number 4. See, first problem is find the value of k in each function. F of x is continuous at indicated point. F of x equal to square root 1 plus kx minus square root 1 minus kx upon x if x lies between minus 1 and 0, but also x equal to minus 1. We have to find the value of k if function is continuous at x equal to 0. Second function is given 2x plus 1 upon x minus 2 if x in closed interval 0 to 1, means x lies between 0 and 1 including the value 0 and 1. So now I am taking the solution. Solution, first of all, as you know, f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, which is given, so you have to mention it. Then to find the value of k, what you know the concept of the continuity. Any function will be continuous if left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f of x at given point. So that's why we have to find here value of k. So if you will find out the value of left hand limit and right hand limit, then we will get the value of k. So first of all, left hand limit equal to limit x tends to 0, because we have to find the k value when function is continuous at x equal to 0. The minus is on 0, which already you know whenever we take the left hand limit, so we have to approach x tends to 0 slightly less than 0. That's why we always put the minus sign on that given point. Now we can change it is in h. Limit h tends to 0. It become now f of 0 minus h. You know, f of 0 minus h we can write f of minus h. Now substitute the minus h in place of x. The square root of 1 plus kx become square root of 1 minus kx, and the square root of 1 minus kx become square root of 1 plus kh. To solve further this problem, we can rationalize this problem, because otherwise when you put the value of h, the value become indeterminate. So here only one option, we can rationalize it. So as you know, in rationalization what we do, the same value we have to take according to your numerator, but sign will be opposite. So it's just like a square root of 1 minus kh minus square root of 1 plus kh. So we will rationalize it with square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. After that, it become just like the formula of a minus b into a plus b. We know always a minus b into a plus b. The formula of the algebra, it become a square minus b square. So using that formula, the square root of 1 minus kh with the square root will be cancelled out. It become 1 minus kh minus of 1 plus kh upon minus h into square root of 1 plus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Now simplify the value. So it becomes 1 minus kh minus 1 minus kh. So 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled out. Minus kh become minus 2kh upon minus h inside bracket square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Here again you can cancel out minus minus sign both in numerator and denominator, and h also you can cancel out. So now become limit has tended to 0, 2k upon square root of 1 minus kh plus square root of 1 plus kh. Substitute the value of h, it become 2k upon square root of 1 plus square root of 1. Square root of 1 always equal to 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 2k upon 2, it become k. So left hand limit value become k. Now we have to find out right hand limit. Right hand limit we have to take limit x tends to 0 plus, because we have to find out function is continuous at x equal to 0. So limit has tends to 0 when we will change x in h. So in place of x we have to write now 0 plus h. You know 0 plus h will be just h. So limit has tends to 0 f of h. Now what we will do? Just the second equation we have to take. In the second equation, in place of x we have to write h. Then substitute h in place of x. So right hand limit equal to limit h tends to 0, 2h plus 1 by h minus 2. We replace x with h. Now put the value of h. So it becomes 2 into 0 plus 1 by 0 minus 2. So value is minus 1 by 2. Since f of x is continuous at x equal to 0, therefore left hand limit equal to right hand limit. Left hand limit we got already k. So k equal to minus 1 by 2. Already we got the value. Next problem taking. Find the value of k in each function which is continuous at indicated point. Is given f of x equal to 1 minus cos kx upon x sin x if x not equal to 0, f of x equal to 1 by 2 if x equal to 0, and function is continuous at x equal to 0. So it is already given that the function is continuous at x equal to 0. So what we have to find out here? Left hand limit and right hand limit. If we put f of x at x equal to 0, so f of 0 what become? See, it is already given in the problem. F of x equal to 1 by 2 if x equal to 0 means f of 0 equal to 1 by 2. Now left hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. We change x in h, so limit h tends to 0. X now becomes 0 minus h. 0 minus h equal to minus h. So limit h tends to 0 f of minus h. Now you have to take the first function. In the first function you have to replace x with minus h. It will become 1 minus cos k into minus h upon minus h sin of minus h. Just in place of x you have to substitute minus h. Now as we know in the basic trigonometry, always you can see here I have already given in the bottom of the left side, always you cos of minus theta equal to cos theta. And we know that it is the basics of trigonometry, and sine of minus theta equal to minus sine theta. This concept you have to use in this equation. So 1 minus cos k into minus h become 1 minus cos kh, because cos minus theta equal to cos theta, upon sine of minus h will become minus sine h. So already minus h is given, so just you have to put minus sign in front of minus h. So minus of minus h sine h. In the next step it become positive. Minus of minus h become h. Now see this step very carefully, because here we are using the basics concept of trigonometry. We will change 1 minus cos kx in 2 sin square kh by 2. 1 minus cos kh we are changing in 2 sin square kh by 2. Why? Because see, in the bottom I have given in the left side, basic trigonometry formula is 1 minus cos 2x equal to 2 sin square x. On the basis of this, 1 minus cos x become 2 sin square x by 2. That formula we have used here. 1 minus cos kh, 2 sin square kh by 2. And in place of sin h, just like we know, sin 2x equal to 2 sin x cos x. So sin x become 2 sin of x by 2 into cos of x by 2. So here sin h we can write 2 sin h by 2 into cos h by 2. Now in the next steps, 2 and 2, numerator and denominator is cancelled out. So numerator your now sin square kh by 2. Sin square kh by 2 by is 2 sin h by 2 cos h by 2. The next step what we have to use, the limit concept we have to use. We know always limit theta tend to 0, sine of theta upon theta always equal to 1. So on the basis of that formula, here you can take it like a theta is given kh by 2, and here also sine is given with the square. So we can multiply and divide kh by 2 the whole square. So that's why to make this limit 1, what I have done here, what I did here, multiply kh by 2 the whole square upon divide kh by 2 the whole square. And the second, in the denominator what I have done, just h into cos h by 2 take separately. It become 1 by h cos h by 2, and this sin h by 2 I am taking same concept of that limit theta tend to 0, sin theta by theta is always equal to 1. So here sin of h by 2, so I am dividing h by 2 and multiplying h by 2. Then we can write sine of kh by 2 upon kh by 2 the whole square. Square we will take both of numerator and denominator together into k square h square by 4 upon limit h tend to 0, limit we will separate it, sin h by 2 upon h by 2 into 1 by 2, and h into h become h square in denominator. Next, just see the limit formula already I have given in the bottom of the left side. Limit theta tend to 0, sin theta upon theta is 1. Okay, so limit h tend to 0, sin kh by 2 upon kh by 2 will be 1. That concept I have used, so it become 1 square into h square in numerator and denominator cancelled out. So it become k square by 4 upon limit h tend to 0, sin h by 2 by h by 2 also become 1 into 1 by 2. Now put the value of h 0 in the cos. So cos 0 always we know cos 0 value is 1. So after simplifying it become k square by 2. Already we know k f of 0 is 1 by 2, and the concept of continuity is left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f of x at given point. It means ki left hand limit equal to f of 0. So left hand limit we got here k square by 2. So we can equate k square by 2 equal to 1 by 2 f of 0. 2 cancelled out in both denominator. K square equal to 1. So k equal to plus minus sign with square root of 1. We know square root of 1 is 1. So here k value will be both plus 1 and minus 1. Don't forget it, because wherever the square will be, so square will give two value, plus and minus both value. Okay, so k value will be here, plus 1 and minus 1 both. Next problem I am taking. Find the value of a and b such that function defined by f of x equal to x minus 4 upon mod of x minus 4 plus a if x less than 4. F of x equal to a plus b if x equal to 4 is a continuous function at x equal to 4. F of x equal to x minus 4 upon mod of x minus 4 plus b if x greater than 4. It is given that f of x is continuous at x equal to 4. As the continuity concept we know, left hand limit will be equal to right hand limit equal to f of x at given point. So your given point is 4, means f of 4. F of 4 equal to a plus b already given. Now we have to find out left hand limit and right hand limit. Left hand limit equal to limit x tends to 4 minus f of x. We will change x in h. So as you know already, it become limit h tends to 0 and x replaced by 4 minus h. Next step become limit h tends to 0 in place of x 4 minus h. So 4 minus h minus 4 upon mod of 4 minus h minus 4 plus a. 4 minus 4 will be cancelled out in numerator and denominator. Become limit h tends to 0 minus h upon mod of minus h plus a. As we know, mod inside mod negative will become positive. So it become limit h tends to 0 minus h upon h plus a. H will be cancelled out in numerator and denominator. So h cancelled out, but minus sign is there, so it become minus 1. So value will become equal to a minus 1. Now we have to take right hand limit. Right hand limit x tends to 4 plus f of x. Change x in h, limit h tends to 0. In place of x become 4 plus h. Now limit h tends to 0. In place of x 4 plus h minus 4 upon mod of 4 plus h minus 4. 4 minus 4 will be cancelled out in both numerator and denominator. So it become limit h tends to 0. H upon h cancelled out. So it becomes just value 1 and plus b. So total value become b plus 1. So left hand limit equal to a minus 1 and right hand limit equal to b plus 1. Then as we know, left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to f of 4. Substitute the value of left hand limit, right hand limit and f of 4. Left hand limit a minus 1 equal to right hand limit b plus 1 equal to a plus b. From first and third terms, we are getting a minus 1 equal to a plus b. A, both sides will be cancelled out. So become the value of b is minus 1. Now we take second and third terms. So b plus 1 equal to a plus b. Substitute the value of b minus 1 in both sides. We will get a equal to 1. So our answer is a equal to 1 and b equal to minus 1. So in this way, here I have taken 3 problems in part 2 and also have taken 3 problems from part 1. So who have not seen the part 1, you can go to my channel and you can see there. Video is already. To get the more and more topics of the all chapters of the maths for the class 12th, for the BBA and BCA, you should subscribe my channel to get more and more useful videos for you. Thank you.